Hello and welcome back to the 7th House Art Studio. Today we are going to be comparing jumbo Crayola crayons, 16 different colors. And this says easy to hold, hard to break. So 3 times regular size crayons. We will check that out. And versus Pen and Gear jumbo crayons. This one only has 8. This one has 16 and was $6.93 at Walmart. This one has 8 and was $1.98 at Walmart. So first of all, let's get a regular size crayon out, shall we? Now I got my handy dandy set here of 24 crayons of the metallic Crayolas. We'll just pull one out to compare it. There it is. Compared to a jumbo. Whoa. Yeah, that is a big difference. Okay, as you can see, they are pretty jumbo. So, let's first look at all the colors in the Crayola one. It has the colors on the top. And they smell like Crayola. Alright. Wow, okay. First off, my opinion is there's way too many oranges. We got 3 different versions of orange. And as a lot of people I hear say orange. It's not orange. It's orange. Okay, and we have 2 blues. There's reds and pinks, 2 purples, one yellow, 1 brown, 2 different greens, a white and a black. Let's see the color names on these. Yellow orange, orange, red orange, blue, and we got blue green, red. Am I in the shots? Yes. These are so big. Red violet. I love how big they are, to be honest with you. Carnation pink. Blue violet. Violet purple. Yellow. Brown. Yellow green. Green. Black. And white. Alright. Now let's compare appearance-wise to the Pen and Gear. And it is taped. Why is it taped? So while I'm on doing this, please consider subscribing, like, comment, share. Help my channel out, get out there to more people. I'd appreciate it. Okay. Alright, well, let's do the smell test. Ooh. No. They do not smell like Crayola. I was not expecting what they do smell like. But that's okay. They're not here to sniff. Alright. There they are. Let's compare them to a Crayola. They're not as jumbo. Let's see. They're about the same size, diameter, round, girth-wise, however you want to say it. But they are not the same length. So, Crayola is a little bit bigger. And the colors we have here are sky blue, red, orange, yellow, green apple, violet purple, brown and black. There's no white in here, which is fine. It's just an 8 count. Okay, so we have established that Crayolas are bigger and they smell better. So let's test them out coloring. A lot of times I use crayons to draw in my sketchbooks because it's not as somebody staring at me through the window driving by. They had to stop because there was a car parked on the street, and they had to stop because another car was coming the other way, and they were staring right up here in my window. I mean, what was I saying? Oh, a lot of times I use crayons to draw on my sketchbooks, and I like it because you're not worried about using expensive art supplies, and you can do whatever you want. So we're going to test these out in the Creative Haven Village Charm coloring book. Get all these out of here. Boy, they are loud. All right. You know what? I should have picked out a picture before I started this. I don't want a lot of detail. Okay, let me find one real quick that's not a lot of detail, but I think I may not be finding that. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Let me open this up. Okay, so first we are going to try Crayola. We got some green here. Okay, I want to do like half this plant with Crayola, half this plant with pen and gear. Of course, these are very smooth like Crayolas always are. I'm loving how jumbo these are. And I'm not going to do like a masterpiece here. Just testing these little boogers out. I'm thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner. I think I'll make some skyline 3-ways. Homemade. I like them homemade better than getting them at the restaurant. Okay, so now this is the pen and gear one. Hold on, I messed up. Hold on. I didn't do these two. Boy, oh boy, these are... I like them. I like them. I like them a lot. So what are y'all thinking about making for dinner? Or going out? Alright. So these aren't bad either. But there's not another green, so I'm going to use a yellow. Alright, these aren't half bad. I should swatch these. Why didn't I think of that? I will do that here in a moment. Okay. I will swatch these here in a second. Wait a minute. I'm getting them mixed up. Alright, let's try the little doggy, shall we? The little dog. What do I have here? Crayola. Okay, so tell me and be honest, do you have a set of these in your arsenal? Alright. Try some white on that. No, that's not. I don't want to make him orange. Well, I guess he's going to be... Okay, we'll put a little bit of orange on him. What's this? Regular orange. Orange. He's going to be a fall dog. Have you ever seen a dog this color before? Alright. Okay, so that's the Crayola. Pen and gear. Oh, hold on. I missed his little paw. Okay, Pen and Gear. These are all kind of weighty. Okay, just to make things even. This is the strangest color dog. They're, coloring wise, they're pretty similar. I would say that the Crayola are more vibrant. So let's check these out. Let's do a little swatcheroonie. And I don't know if Pen and Gear comes in a higher count than 8. So first of all, here is the Crayola ones. You can cover a lot of ground with these. Cover a lot of the area fast. These two colors are almost the same. Yeah, instead of so many oranges, they could have put in maybe another brown or gray. There's no gray, that's it. They could have taken out one of these oranges, which are almost all the same, and put a gray in here. That would have been nice. Why didn't they think of that? I mean, come on. Come on, Crayola. What the heck? The pink is a little weak. Look at me critiquing crayons. I like that. That's a nice color. Which one was that? Red Violet. Alright. Ooh, that's nice too. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Which one is this? Light blue, or blue-green. Don't really see a lot of green, but that's alright. Okay. We're running out of space here. And I'm not going to do the white one. So there's your set of Crayola. Now I want to try to match up these underneath. Okay, so here's Pen and Gear Black. These are just a little different. It's like more of a matte color with these Pen and Gear ones. A flatter color. Okay, let's see. There's no orange in the Pen and Gear. Okay, so I got black and brown. No orange. That is really, I guess you can make orange. So let's put this down here with this over here. Pretty close. Alright, next to the red. This red is a lot more like a pinky color. Okay, a pinkish red. There's really nothing comparable color-wise in the Crayola for that one. Yellow is pretty close. And the green. It's a lighter green. Okay, so the blacks are pretty close together. Brown is a deeper brown in Pen and Gear. And the reds are a little different. This is more of a orangey red, and this is more of a pinkish red. Yellow are pretty close. And the purple is really close, and there were no comparable blues, and the green is a little lighter. So that was the swatch. I just wanted to get that out of the way before I forgot about it. Okay, so we got pin and gear here, pin and gear here on the door for the brown. I would say that the pin and gear don't really lay onto the paper as good as the Crayola does. All right. Let's see. What did we think of? There was no, okay, there were no pink in the pin and gear either. So let's look at this for a second here. I should have picked a different book that had different pictures. How you like that? Okay, here we have pin and gear red here. I think they're both nice. I wouldn't say one is worse than the other, or one's better than the other. And I'm coloring outside the lines. They're just a little different. And of course the Crayola has 16 colors versus 8 colors. But if I had to choose, I would pick Crayola. Boy, I did a terrible job there so far. I want to do like a blending test here. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's see if we can make orange. These are the pin and gear. Slam. Do some layers here. And they really don't blend, but you know, they're crayons, for crying out loud. What do you expect? Ooh, ooh. Pin and gear blends a little bit better, I will say that. Now let's see if we can make a green. So Crayola. Let's do a little lighter. Crayola. Crayola. Pin and gear. Pin and gear. So far I'm thinking that pin and gear blends. So let's try the blueberry test. Blueberry. Okay. I think I put a little too much black down. Okay, you know what? Just like in well, not just like in, I was going to say in like colored pencils when you use the white to blend. Okay, now we got pen and gear here. Let's try the reverse of that. A little crumbly. Oh, there's no white, but we're going to use a Crayola white. You know, I keep going back and forth. Some points I think that pen and gear blends better, then I think, well, maybe Crayola blends better. Maybe they're equal. How about that? I'm going to try... Do I want to try something else on here? I really wish some of them would have had gray. They don't. I think I'm going to leave it at that. How many layers can we put down? Let's see, we got Crayola here. One light layer. Two light layer. Three light layer. Four. One snuck over where it wasn't supposed to be. 5. So I got 5 layers of the Crayola. Okay, here we go with pen and gear. 3. 4. 5. 5. So 5 each. Oh, they're about equal. I say maybe pen and gear a little bit better. So this is weird. Some of them, it's like some tests pen and gear is better. Another test Crayola is better. So do you have both of these? Which ones do you like best? So, recap. Pen and gear versus Crayola. Pen and gear is Crayola is a little bit longer. They're both about the same this way. Pen and gear is kind of stinky. Crayola has that classic scent that you know. They both blend about the same. The colors are about the same. Just a little bit of variation. I wish. Of course, not in the 8-pack. I wouldn't think that Pen and Gear could put a gray in here or an orange in 8 set. I don't know if they have a bigger set. Cooperate. But with Crayola having 16, could have done away with one of these oranges and put a gray in here. That's my opinion. But I do like how big they are. I appreciate that. These would last a long time. They probably wouldn't break as easy as the smaller ones. But they're fun. Oh, that goes over there. Duh. Well, it was fun. Believe it or not, this video is not sponsored by Crayola or Pen and Gear. It's sponsored by me. I spent my money on these. I actually went to Walmart just to get the Crayola ones and happened to see the Pen and Gear ones. And I was like, hey, let's try them both out. Let's compare them. So this is what you got. I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. Please consider subscribing. Like, comment, share. And, yeah. Can't wait to play around with these. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.